So hello guys, welcome back to Techno Hack. This is Parikshit here, back again with this new video, where in this video we are going to see the remediation for the cross-site scripting attack. As we have already seen what is cross-site scripting, what are its types, what is reflected XSS, what is stored XSS, and we have also seen what is document object model based XSS. Right, so after going through these parts of the XSS, it's time to understand how to prevent it, right? And before that, if you're new to the video and you're watching this remediation part, I would suggest you to go back and check out my other videos where I have explained about the types of the XSS and how you can attack it. So let's talk about the reflected. We have seen that how reflected is again a potentially dangerous. Well, the attacker is executing some kind of script in the search field or any kind of blog or any kind of a field, okay, where the browser takes it and execute it on the web page in the response. Okay, so it takes a request and it responds with that particular execution, right? So this is what happens, and this is not the good sign where we can see that we are kind of like executing some kind of script, and the script could be anything, because attacker can make any kind of script and he can even retrieve any kind of data from the website, right? It could be like dangerous to the website as well. And now in stored XSS we have seen how dangerous it is. The website is not just executing in the response, it is actually like the data or the script, it is getting stored into the server, right? And that's why it is called as a stored XSS, right? So when it is getting stored, whenever any new user is like visiting to that particular page, it is executing it regularly, and this is definitely creating a severe impact on the website's reputation as well as on the revenue, which we have already talked about the impact of this stored XSS. And then we have seen what is DOM based XSS. We have also seen how dangerous it is and how attacker can steal cookies and how he can use this kind of cookies to log in to particular site by using this cookie, and he can modify or do any kind of thing by logging into the other's account, right? So overall, if we see, XSS or cross-site scripting is definitely very impactful and a dangerous vulnerability, and it's really important to know how you can fix it, right? And this is what we are going to learn in this video. I will show you how you can remediate it. I will tell you what are the methods that you can apply to remediate it. So without making any delay guys, let's jump into the video and I will show you what are the preventions are there. So let's go ahead. So here in this case, the first prevention what the application should implement is like it should filter the input on the arrival, like what is being passed by the user, whether the application is expecting like a zip file or any image file kind of thing, or if application is again like expecting any number, or if it is expecting a character, and then upon which any special character or any symbol are like getting passed by the user or attacker. So it should validate it, right, what is coming, and it should accordingly block it, right? That's what it should do. Alright, so next one is again it should encode the data on the output, right? So during output it should make sure that we are not getting pop-up or something. It should encode that data. Alright, so this is the pretty straightforward, which doesn't require an explanation or something. And the next one is it should also maintain a blacklist, and it should block some kind of characters or some keyword which it should not which a user should not use into the URL, or it should not be used during into any search field or something like that. Okay, so it should make sure that this kind of keywords is not getting passed by the user. If user is passing this kind of characters, right, then it should block it. The application should then block it, right? This is what it should do. Also, it should make a use of some whitelist keywords or something where only this particular keywords will be allowed, right? Like let's say if numbers are allowed, numbers or only, then only the particular numbers will be allowed, or if characters are allowed, then a particular characters are only allowed, right? So other than that, if user is using some different kind of characters or numbers, then it should block it, right? This is what it should then maintain, this kind of thing. Also, this is exactly the input sanitization. We can say that it will remove some kind of character if it is passing. If we are like passing this kind of character like a tag, or then we are using this kind of slash or anything, or also again if you are using any kind of event handler or function into the search field, so it should validate it. It should check that if this kind of characters or symbols or like functions or if event handlers are getting passed by the user into this search field or not. If it is, then it should actually validate it or it should sanitize it, right? That's what it should do. This is exactly the input sanitization does. So this is the good practice to do, because this will again prevent so many attacks on the web application related to the cross-site scripting, right? Again, another one is also like it should use the appropriate headers, where it can use like a content type or X content type. So there are some response header which it can later use, and I will tell you about some content security policies which it can use. Okay, so before that, again, there is another important thing. What it should do is it should avoid allowing a data from any untrusted source. Okay, where if like we are using this kind of untrusted sources and sync, we are using this sync again to execute it, right? So this is what we are taking advantage of, and this is exactly it should avoid allowing data from any untrusted source to be dynamically written to a HTML document. This is exactly should be implemented in the web application. And again, it should also avoid allowing data from any untrusted source to alter the value that is transmitted to any sync, right? Because we have seen that like how the sync is taking the value and then it is executing it. So this is exactly it should avoid. It should not you make a use of any interested sources, and when then it will write this particular value dynamically into a sync which will like execute it. So this is, if we implement it again, then we can like prevent some kind of DOM based XSS attack, right guys? So we have, because we have seen, right, how we have taken advantage of sources and syncs because it was vulnerable or some dangerous things were used in the DOM based XSS. And we have also seen in a previous video how then we have taken advantage of stored XSS and reflected XSS. So to prevent it, again, as said already, input sanitization is playing an important role over there, which then it can prevent like this kind of attack by implementing it. So again, another very good method we can say here is like a content security policy. This is the very important thing which we can implement. Okay, so here what we should implement is like in the content security policy, we should update it as script source is self, right? So if we are updating it as a self, so the application or the browser will not allow the script to be executed from any other website. Okay, so this is exactly the self does, and it will only allow the script to be executed from the self, means its own website. So no other website or no one will able to execute the script on this web application, right? Or the browser will not execute it. And again, there is another way to implement it is like script src, and we can provide the website from which we want the script to be executed. Like we are allowing any website, we know that this particular website is safe, then we can like update that website here as script src, and we can give a website address over there. So the whatever the script that is coming from this website, that will be executed, but not from any other website. So this is what will happen. Okay, and there is also another alternative, not alternative, but it is a different thing. This is for executing the images. Okay, img src tag, which we have seen, right? We have like exploited or taken the advantage of this payload like img src, and we are providing to any path and wrong path where like on error, then we are like using some event handler and like on error or on load, and then we are like generating the alert. So we have seen how we are taking advantage of this img src attributes and all. So that's what, to prevent it, again we have to use like img src is either self, or if we want the script to be executed from any other website, then we should mention that particular website only. So these are some important directives that you should always follow and implement into your web application, which will make secure to your web application, and it will definitely prevent your cross-site scripting attack to be happen on your web application. So this is the good directives you can choose. So this is it guys, this is about the prevention. There are a lot many, and again there are so many other preventions are there which you can definitely find on the web as well, but these are some important prevention which definitely you should follow and use into your web application, which will definitely prevent your web application from this kind of XSS attacks. Okay, so I think we have now already covered and we have completed our cross-site scripting attacks and how we do it, how we find it, what it is, and how you can remediate it. So I hope you like this series, guys. I hope you understood the cross-site scripting attacks and how you can find it and how you can do it and how you can again remediate it, right? So this is about it, guys. If you like this series and this video, please hit the thumbs up so that it will motivate me, and I will make new videos based on the new vulnerability, and will come back to you with such interesting information which will help you understand it much better. So if you're new to the channel and video, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you will not miss the next videos that I'm going to upload. And I'm coming with the new web application vulnerability from our next video, where we'll be definitely talking about that vulnerability, how you do it, what it is, and how you like perform it or find it, and definitely later we are going to talk about the preventions and remediation. So this is the complete picture I'm giving it to you through my videos, and I hope it helps you. And if you want me to keep on making this kind of information video, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that it will motivate me to do it, right? So that's all, and thanks for watching, guys. I will meet you in the next video with some other interesting web application vulnerability. So till then, have a great day and bye bye.